So this is what we used to call as the fifth consequences of deforestation. So if deforestation will happen, what will happen? No rainfall, no groundwater, no groundwater. It will lead to finally droughts. Is it yes or no? So now that is what we have to remember. That is why we should conserve the plants. Understand? So we have to conserve the plant. So now, because of this, what will happen? Sorry, if drought will come, what will happen? These consequences of deforestation will increase the understanding chances of natural calamities, understanding like floods and droughts. Natural calamities. What is the meaning of calamities? Can you able to say? This deforestation will lead to increasing the chances of natural calamities. What is the natural calamities?
They're like floods, storms.
Floods and droughts. Understanding extreme water or no water. So deforestation increases. Note, you can remember. Note, deforestation increased. Understanding increases the chances of natural calamities. Understanding natural calamities means natural disasters. Do you understanding, Chaitanya? Johan, Shruti?
Yes, sir.
This means dangerous things. Understanding? Dangerous, that is natural disasters. Natural calamities called as what? Called floods and droughts.
Right.
Floods and droughts. Floods means what?
Drafts.
Floods means what? Heavy water.
Heavy flow of water.
Heavy water. What is the meaning of drought? Extremely low water.
No rain or no water.
Extremely no water. Yes or no? Or we can call correctly extremely less amount of water. Is it yes or no?
Sir, what is calamities, sir?
Huh?
Calamities.
Calamities means disasters.
Okay.
Okay? That is what. But I am saying vocabulary why here. You must know that. Do you understanding, Johan? We have to learn the new vocabularies. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So that is what you should remember. So here I see so many words I will use while I am teaching. You may observe here. When there is a less rainfall in particular area, then the less water percolates into the ground. So that ground level water will decreases. So what will happen? Due to this persistence of low rainfall in the particular area, it will lead to the droughts. So the prolonged period, if you are continuing this cutting of trees and there is no rain for a long period of time, understanding, there is no abnormally low rainfall, it will lead to the severe shortage of water. That is only we used to call as name. What is the name called as? If you are that no rainfall continuously, it is prolonging for a long period of time, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years and all. Our India also faces so many kind of droughts. So that is extremely low water. That is only called as what? Drought. Understanding. So you want the definition, you can write. Prolonging period of abnormally low rainfall. Prolonging period of abnormally low rainfall. Prolonging means extending. A prolonging, remember, a prolonged. This is the grammar. This is the new vocabulary you should use. Prolonging period of abnormally. Prolonging period of abnormally low rainfall. Abnormally low rainfall. No rainfall leads to extremely low level of water. Extremely low level of water. It's known as what, Johan? Shruti? What we should call?
Yes,
It's no understanding. Low level of water is called draft. Is called draft. That is. Note it down. Do you understand? Heavy water, what will happen, Pradosh?
Flood.
Heavy water we used to call as?
Flood.
Heavy water. Floods. That is what you should remember. So this is the fifth consequence of deforestation. Are you people able to understand or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
What you should remember. Okay.
Sir, it's fixed only, no, sir.
This is fifth one. Okay. Last one is
Sixth or fifth, sir.
fifth one. Fifth one it is. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Sixth one is there. So that is why we should not understanding. We should not prolong this deforestation. We have to make an alternative for it. That is why all our governments are saying that now they have started so many schemes to protect the trees and to prevent this kind of natural calamities called as floods and droughts. So that is the reason. Understanding this landsliding is also natural calamity. Understanding that is all everything. That is why our governments are nowadays started from last 22 decades. They're starting to implement so many schemes to protect this means save the people from these natural calamities. But still, we are facing the problem with the floods. Is it yes or no? Floods, droughts, so many areas you will see. Our Rayalaseema area, still we are facing a problem of water. We don't have a proper drinking water. You may ask Navachaitanya, our area, how it will be? Kadapa, Chittur and all. Very extreme situation during summer and all. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we don't have a water. Do you
Yes,
know
sir. More sunlight.
in our area? Will you believe it? Suppose in Pudukkottai, if you take, how many feet you are digging inside the ground? Inside the ground, how many feet you are digging for the groundwater? Around maybe less than 300, maximum 300 feet. Is it yes or no?
Sir.
Maximum, correct or not? But do you know, in our borewells, in our area, understanding, particularly in Chittor, understand, we are very, very high from the, understand, AP, Chittor, very, very high elevation from the ground level, up to the sea level, very, very high elevation. But you won't even believe that we are under Johan, 1,000 feet of 1,000 feet of snow. Will you believe it? That is that indicates what amount of groundwater level. Understanding how much drastically the groundwater level falls. We are 1,000 feet minimum 1,000 feet. Then also no water. There is no water in our home, in our area. Will you believe it? That is
No,
what,
sir.
so now itself like this means. Imagine after 100 years, then we will go even deeper. Correct or not? But
Yes, sir.
it will cause us to the natural disaster called as earthquakes. Is it yes or no? Yes?
Yes, sir.
That is what is happening. See, but that is why you people are a little bit lucky compared to our area. Our area more drought. So many years, understanding, we don't have a rainfall, we don't have a water, and our animals and all very, very thin. And you cannot even believe it, our areas. We will go 2 kilometers for drinking water. To bring 120 liters can, we will go 2 kilometers by walk, we will travel. That is our situation. Extremely, we are facing problem because our groundwater level falls more than 1,000 feet. So digging is also very, very difficult. And our this tube wells, understand, these tube wells, if you want to call a lorry, that a tube well lorry, understanding, they will charge, do you know, around 3 to 4 lakh rupees for single bore. That is the problem. Cost, heavy cost. That is what our situation in our Andhra, particularly in Rayalaseema area. So that is the reason because of this deforestation only. And also one more reason, that is not the one more only deforestation. One more reason is we are very, very high from the sea level. Understanding? Around more than 17,000 feet away from the sea level. That is why we are high elevation, so that our groundwater level is very, very less. Is it okay, Ra?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Very less. That is what. Very, very high elevation. Okay. So this is what about the fifth consequence. Coming to the last consequence, we'll go. Deforestation leads to the extinction of many wild animals and plants. Is it yes or no? Last one, sixth one. Understanding. So the sixth consequence of deforestation, it will leads to what, Johan? Chaitanya? Leads to extinction of
Animals.
extinction of, understand, wild animals
Leads to
and plants. So together we can call it as what, etc. Together we can call it as wildlife. What we should call wildlife.
wildlife.
So what is happening? How it is causing? Can you able to say explain anybody? Three of you. Out of three of you can tell me. So deforestation. I'm saying that deforestation leads to the extinction of many wild animals and plants. How it will be?
Because
Yeah.
their home, sir. Forests their home. If we cut down the trees, their shelter will be
So
gone.
many birds, so many habitats, natural habitats of so many wild animals, birds, as well as plants are existed in the forest. So when these forest trees and other forest plants cut down, what will happen, Ra? So this all the natural habitats, all the natural habitats, natural different color, different kind of animals, plants, and birds, as well as what? Microorganisms. Do you remember?
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So
Yes, sir.
if we'll cut these plants, if we'll cut these plants and other any kind of understanding, other forest, everything, then understanding this natural habitat of wild animals and birds will get destroyed. What will happen? If we'll cut the trees,
Will get
cut
destroyed.
the trees,
The home will be
destroyed.
destroyed.
Cut the trees, all the habitats are destroyed. Is it destroyed now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Sir.
So that is why it is causing the understand. It will cause the damage of wildlife, like wild animals or wild plants, and as well as wild birds or microorganisms, etc., etc. So that is why understand. So when the forests are cleaned during deforestation, many understanding the see wild animals and wild birds they used to get the shelter from the particularly birds. They used to get the shelter from plants only. Is it yes or no? Yes or no? Tell me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So for example, you take, forget about, sir, how sir wild animals and birds will die? Plants only I am cutting, correct, sir? Suppose you see, suppose you
Sir,
can take,
because
they
they
become homeless. Is it yes or no? If you cut the plants, all the animals and birds, what will become? If suppose, forget about the plants. If you take animals and birds, what will happen? They become what? They will turn into homeless. Is it yes or no? Homeless.
Yes, sir.
If there is no home, what will happen? Now, herbivores. Herbivores means what? If there is no plants, what is happening, Ra? What is
They
happening?
will not get food, sir.
So
They will not get food.
if herbivores will die, omnivorous will die.
Carnivorous will not.
Carnivorous will die. Carnivorous will die. Omnivorous and other anything, whatever it is there. There is no omnivorous animal, omnivorous animals. Only herbivorous and carnivorous. So they will become
Yes, sir.
homeless. Understanding? All the birds will die. Birds will die. Understanding? So animals also they will die because there is no shelter, and if there is no, if they will
And
become
food
homeless,
for.
no food. Understanding? So if there is no food and no shelter, it will lead to what? If I am not providing food and if I am not providing shelter, what will happen, Ra? They will become extinct. Understanding? They will not get enough food and they will starve to death. They will starve. S-T-A-R-V-E, starve. S-T-A-R-V-E, starve to death. What is the meaning of starve?
They
Starve,
become food.
leading. It will leads to death. Do you understanding, Ra? Leading or leads. It will leads to death. That is what the meaning of starving. Understanding? It will leads to
Yes, sir.
death. That is only called as starve. You should remember this word. This is a biology word. Understand? Starve
Yes,
to death. Understand? No enough food. No enough food. So that what will happen? It will leads to, it will starve to
Starve to death.
so that what is happening, Ras? Slowly all the animals and birds will die. So that what will happen? So that they are going to vanish. What we should call? Vanish.
Vanish.
We can call it as extinct. What we should call?
Extinct.
Vanish or
Extinct.
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 Means they are going to disappear from this earth. That is E-X-T-I-N-C-T. E-X-T-I-N-C-T spelling wrong. Extinct spelling. Extended. E-X-T-I-N. Remember that. Okay. Few times I will write wrong spelling, Johan. You can tell me because I am little bit good at spellings. Okay. Going to vanish or they are going to extend. That is why so many animals and plants already they are in list of endangered species. What is the meaning of endangered? Endangered means soon they are going to disappear. If you are not protecting them, soon they are going to vanish from this earth. That is called as endangered species. What we should call?
Endangered species.
Endangered species.
Okay.
Understanding means if we are not protecting them, soon they are going to
Die.
Yeah.
Vanish.
they are going to vanish. Like that, animals and plants and birds we used to call it as endangered species. Understand? So this is all about understanding six consequences of deforestation. And in this main one, if you'll observe, deforestation reduces the rainfall on other. Yes or no? If there is no rainfall, it will lead to the floods, and also it will lead to the lack of food. Is it yes or no? Deforestation leads to rainfall on understanding, and it is causing for the floods, and as well as it will causing for the drought. Means floods and drought. Is it yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So that is the main causing. If there is no rains, there is no food. Or else if heavy rains, then it will cause to flood. So that is why these are the main 6 consequences which we'll face because of deforestation. So with this, I will stop the today's class. Then from tomorrow, we'll continue from here. That is only called as understanding. So conservation of forest and wildlife. You may understanding how the destroying of animals will take place. Wildlife. Why it is taking place? Animals. Can you able to say? If we'll save the plants, automatically we can save the animals. Is it yes or no? Johan?
If we destroy plants, then animals will.
Sir, they don't have shelter and food if we destroy plants, sir.
If you're destroying the wild plants, this forest, if you're destroying the forest, then automatically the wild animals and wild birds and all the other microorganisms, everything will destroy. Means completely the wildlife will be extinct. So that is why. So this is all about what is deforestation of plants and animals. Deforestation means it is not only leads to plant, it is also applicable for what? It is also
animals and microorganisms
also. Don't think that deforestation means only cutting the trees. Deforestation means also we are killing what? We are killing the animals, all the wildlife, and as well as wild birds and other species it is present. Understand? So this is all about the today's class. So from here, the deforestation part is over. Then deforestation of plants and animals over. Next, what is our chapter name? What is our chapter name? Conservation. Forest and as well as wildlife. So that is we will study in the tomorrow's class. So with this I will stop.
How to protect plants and animals.
Thank you. So let's stop with here.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. I hope you understand very well.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Do you understand very well?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Sir.
And learn the vocabulary. I think I have taught you today 4 new words. Correct or not? That words you should learn. Understanding, Ra? What is that word?
Yes.
You want, you can write. First,
Sir.
understanding. First word, natural calamities. Natural calamities. Next, persistent. Next, persistent. Next, prolonged. 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 Next, precipitation. Water cycle, I have used a word called as precipitation. Do you remember? Means
Yes, sir.
big size of clouds is converting into understanding. Small particles of water. That is only called as precipitation.
Gas state to liquid
It is converting into the liquid state. That is only called as condensation. What we should call? Condensation. As well as the evaporation of water from the plant leaves. What we should call, Shruti? Evaporation of water from the plants.
condensation.
Hey, evaporation of water from
Evaporation. Transpiration.
transpiration. That is what you should remember. Normally from the water bodies, evaporation. From the
Plants,
we should call that
transpiration.
Transpiration. That is what-
Transpiration.
if you don't know that, that is also I will say. Remember, liquid conversion of understanding liquid state to gaseous state. Liquid to gas is naturally. Liquid to gas naturally is called evaporation. What we should call?
Evaporation.
Evaporation. Spelling wrong, I think, correct? That is what you just write.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. It is called as evaporation.
Evaporation.
P-O-R-A-T-I-O-N. Is it correct? Yes, it is correct. Okay, evaporation. And if it is taking place, if liquid state is converting into gaseous state through plants, T-H-R-O, R-O-H, through plants, plant leaves, you can write, plant leaves, then called as, then known as transpiration. What we should call?
Transpiration.
Transpiration. So transpiration, natural calamities, prolonging, understanding, and as well as consequences, persistent. These are all the new words which I have studied. So everybody must remember that. Understand, Ra? So with this I will stop.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. We'll meet in the next class.